I'll just start by saying Nebraska, what an incredible team. I think they're well trained. I think they worked really, really hard, and what an incredible environment for us to play in tonight. Next, I'm just so incredibly proud of this Missouri team and what they have accomplished this season, where they started from, and how they really, really love this game. They're a true, true family, and gritty as all get out. And I think you saw that tonight, and they just will never quit. They go to battle every single day, and so just really impressed with them and the heart they continue to show and what they give to each other every single day.
Questions for the student athletes?
Colleen, the injury in the second set yesterday, heading into this match, were you 100%?
100%. I think yesterday, obviously everybody saw I came down on my ankle, but just put it into some ice, did some rehab last night, but I was 100% ready to go today.
And then Dilara, in the final two sets, 5 kills each, was there anything different from set 1 to the final 2 for you?
No, my mindset was always going high hands, high, hard, and deep. So I was just trying to do my best and just going with that killing mindset each set.
Ms. Gedikoglu, you are one of the older players on this team as a graduate, but you were also one of the newest players to this team who's spending a year here. In your short time with Missouri, what has this team meant for you and what have they done for you?
I'm sad because today was my last game here. But I'm so grateful for this team. It's a very, very special group. In such a short of time, I got so connected, and we were more than teammates. We were sisters, and it's been a pleasure to work with this team and this staff.
Any more questions?
What was it? Going up against that Nebraska block, what was it like? How did you try to adjust to get around it and use it to your advantage?
This whole season, we were working for high, hard hands, tool off the block. And since I'm also undersized, so that's the way that I can get kills. And I needed to work hard on those things. And I guess I was just trying to put all out today and just go into high, hard, and deep.
Anything else? Okay, Colleen, Dilara, thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dawn, Maya was targeted 53 times on service. That seems like a lot. How did she handle that? Have you seen that team try to target her that much this year?
Yeah, they went after her right away. Right in that seam between her and one of her outsides, and I think they probably, first time playing in this environment, they okay, let's try, and they challenged a couple different individuals, and I think they just kind of landed with her. I think by what you saw set 2 and 3, she settled down. It was just early on. I think this environment, it's something really special to play within, and we're grateful for this opportunity. And I think she learned a lot about herself and how she can handle that pressure, and she absolutely killed it by the end.
Coach Sullivan, this environment is nothing like anything else. How are you going to prepare this very, very young squad for next year? Hopefully you guys get into the tournament.
Yeah, we built a really strong foundation. A lot of rich history here at Mizzou is what I'll say, but this new group is starting to build their own tradition. And just really impressed, I think, with what they continue to give every single day. We have an incredible fan base over there at Mizzou. They support us like no other. And so just really grateful for that opportunity. And I think we're going to get back in the gym. We're going to keep working, and we're going to take this opportunity, what we showed today, and just kind of remember what that felt like. Remember where we want to go. And we're going to go after it.
Coach Sullivan, while you do have a very young team, you did have a couple players that did play their last game, Lauren Torres and Dilara Gedikoglu. How have they helped to build that foundation for the future of these remaining players that are coming back next season and the new players that are coming in?
Yeah, what you see from Dilara even tonight, 5 kills those last 2 sets. She is aggressive, competitive. She fights every point, and I think that it's okay, she just raised the standard at that point. This is how we're going to present herself when we walk on the court. She's going to let it rip every single day, and so I think that's what she brings to us And then also just such a big heart. She cares so deeply about each of her teammates. They truly are her sisters. And so that will be obviously dearly missed, but I think she's left something special that you'll never forget. And then Lauren Forbes, she's our other one that will not be with us next year. She's such a high character individual that, she doesn't see, she was serving tonight. She let it rip out there on the service line, and you don't see very much more besides that, on the court, but in our gym, and the standard that she sets and the way she loves her teammates is pretty incredible. So I think that's one thing that we'll just take with us and continue to have them part of our family.
Coach, you have experience with Nebraska as both a player and an assistant coach. What is it like to come now as, obviously both teams have gone into different conferences and gone different, but now Nebraska's in the Coliseum. I guess just what is it like to kind of see the progression of the sport, but also now see Nebraska from a different perspective for you? Yeah,
it's always been a really special place to play here. I remember as a student athlete playing here, and just the energy that you can feed from them and how it pushes you. It pushes you from the other side, and I was really, just grateful for our team to have that opportunity to understand how it feels to play in this type of environment and what the level and what you can take from that. What Nebraska volleyball is doing for just volleyball in itself is pretty incredible. I think the sport is pretty blessed to have John Cook and this program and these fans to continue to lead the way. And so, for me, I'm grateful for those opportunities that I've been able to be a part of this program. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be a part of Mizzou and to continue to lead that program just the same as they're doing here.
Coach, limited attackers, negative 240 hitting percentage in set one. What adjustments did you make to see that large improvement going into the second set?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we just took a breath. It's just we took a breath and we realized, okay, we just got to be us. And we calmed down quite a bit that second set. I thought we played a really nice second set. Still, sometimes we had a little too high air, but we started making them play the game a little bit more and putting pressure on them, and then taking the swings when we wanted them. And then that third set, I think we let it get away just a little bit. We had 18 kills, which is incredible. We were ripping it when we jump and we were going after it. We just a little bit too high air there. But I think we just took a breath, take a breath, see who you are, and just keep being who you are.
Colleen didn't have a kill till the very end of that second set. I imagine it was a little more pin heavy than you wanted to be too. What was going on to kind of limit to those outside hitters instead of running more middle?
Yeah, early on they got us out of system. They were driving it, and we were a little bit just anxious, and we had to settle down with our passing to get ourselves in system and be able to find her. And I think once we were able to find her a little bit, that obviously helped a ton. But really, it's just the ball control. How Nebraska puts a tremendous amount of pressure on you from the service line, and I think that's one of their biggest strengths. You can see there's a lot of strengths there, but that is one area they're going to pressure you, and so you have to be really good in the reception game. And I think it just took us a little bit of time to calm down there.
Growing the program too. You tripled your attendance from last year too. How do you continue to grow, and how have you been able to get to that point just in a short time?
Yeah, Mizzou is, I'll start, it's just a special place. It's really, really special with the community and just the support from the university and her athletic staff. It's never just one thing. It's a bunch of little details that are all put in place, and it's a true family. Everybody that surrounds the program into the community, it's just a special place.
Yeah, John Cook was very complimentary, saying that you're building a powerhouse there, were the words that he used. What does that mean to you?
Well, thank you. It's never done alone, is what I'll say. And I've seen Nebraska do it here. Obviously early on when Pettit was here, and then when John Cook took over, and just kind of when they moved over here from the Coliseum, it's been really fun to kind of see that develop. And I think when I took that job at Mizzou, I felt just the same. Had that really rich tradition. It has this fan base, from Kansas City to St. Louis to Columbia, all over Missouri. It's a really special place, and I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to lead that program.
What areas could you match or stress Nebraska, and then what were the matchups that were pretty tough for you to handle?
Yeah, I think some areas that we were able to, once we settled down, was on the service line. We were able to get them out of system a little bit more than early on. I think early on they were in system maybe a little bit too much, and we missed some serves at some critical times. Once we were able to settle down, I thought we were able to get them out of system. driving that serve on them, and then able to just make some good touches on our block, and then be able to dig to trans. And then when we didn't have what we wanted, we were able to recycle that ball and have another opportunity, and then take that next rip. And so I think early on, I think what we did well, actually as we figured it out, we served really tough, and then making them play the game, right, and then being aggressive with their next swing.
Final questions?
Coach, early on in the season, this team took a couple tough losses, Eastern Illinois, Buffalo, but as the season progressed, you guys picked up a lot of very strong wins, 2 wins over Auburn, 2 wins over Texas A&M, both tournament teams. How have you seen this team grow and mesh? With a lot of transfers coming in, a lot of new players. Have you seen them connect and become a family as the season's gone on?
Yeah, I think early in the season, I knew we would hit some bumps, right? It's just part of growing, it's part of learning. And so whether it was a win or a loss, I think we learned every single game, every single practice. We keep thinking, okay, how are we going to get better? What are we looking to improve on every single day? And so I think what this group did so well is they just adapted, and they took it as in stride, and they said, okay, what are we learning today? And they okay, let's do this. And they really bought into, we're going to love this game. We're going to walk in the gym, and we're going to love every moment we have. We're going to have a ton of fun. We're going to be a family, and so they're having Taco Tuesday, and I mean, they just spent a lot of time together. We do a lot of coaches connects and battle buddies where they connect as a teammates. But those relationships are real. It's not just surface level. They're very open with each other and share a lot. And I think that's one reason why we're able to get so close so fast and grow so much as a team, is because of the way they chose to give to each other really, really early. And then they're just gritty. We get in that gym and we work, and I think they're going to work really, really hard every single day. And just really proud, I think, of them really living into their values and what they do.
Winning the #1 overall seed in the tournament in front of over 8,500 fans, do you think that's an experience that will help your team heading into next season?
Yeah, of course. Anytime you get an opportunity to play in front of a ton of fans, or even in the NCAA tournament, right? Every opportunity you get a chance to even play the game we love is going to help this group at least. They take that in stride, and they're going to learn, and they're going to kind of put that in their back pocket and okay, how are we going to grow from this, and how are we going to get better next year?
All right, thank you, Coach. Congratulations on the
Thank you, guys.